Yeah, so any difficult questions? So this
That the basic concepts, the polygon law, parallelogram law, that things and all.
what is there in that? That's for just adding two vectors, no? If the vectors are in component form, you can add I caps and j caps and k cap. Otherwise, you have to add in a graphical way.
How do you do the constructions? அந்த லைட் ஆன் பண்றியா அதான் வச்சுட்டு ஒன்று தனச்சு லைட் வச்சுட்டு அதெல்லாம் ஒன்றும் ஆகும் லைட் ஆஃப் பண்ண ஓகே 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 சார் எஸ் சார் வி கேன் கண்டினியூ
Yeah, it comes in basic mathematics, isn't it? Basic maths. Oh. So you have to, two vectors, you have to join the head and tail.
Yeah.
Let's go too fast. Square. Two. There are two vectors like this. And second vector in some other direction. Okay, so you have to transfer one of them parallel to itself. So I can move B vector like this. Not like this. Head and tail should be together. So I will move it here. Okay, so now I have to complete the triangle by joining the tail of the first one to the head of the last one, or actually there are only two. So this is the sum A plus B.
Yeah.
So one way to remember this is I'm going from this initial point. This is my initial point I, and this is my final point by two ways. One is along A and then B, and one is along this A plus B. So both are C. So one is along this one, A, and then B. Okay, another one is along this direction. Both are same. So this is A plus B, as a single vector, and this A vector plus B vector. So this is triangle of addition. Complete the triangle by making head and tail join together.
Okay.
Parallelogram law is you have to join the tails together and complete the parallelogram.
Okay.
So instead of putting the B vector touching the head of the A vector, both the tails should touch. So A vector is like this, and P vector I move it like this, parallel to itself. So now I have to complete this parallelogram. Draw a line parallel to A, draw a line parallel to B. So this is a parallelogram. So this diagonal which is between A and B, that is the sum, A plus B. And this is
Okay.
equivalent to triangle law because this is a parallel side, so this is also a B vector. So I use this triangle, I'll get this diagonal as a sum of A plus B. If you use the parallelogram, I'll get this diagonal as a sum of A plus B. Polygon laws have to extend this for more than two vectors. Say three vectors.
Yeah.
Say A vector and B vector is somewhere I can move it parallelly and bring it here. Okay, and C vector is like this, some length. Okay, this is A. Since I know how to add two vectors, I can add A and B first to get this as a sum. A plus B, which is a single vector. Then I can add this A plus B vector with C. Again, there are two vectors. No, one vector is A plus B, other vector is using triangle law. So from this, I can the polygon law which states that I have to join the vectors head to tail. Head and tail has to touch each other, and I have to draw a vector from the tail of the first vector to the head of the last vector to get the sum. Okay, that is polygon law.
So like just extend it from the triangle.
Yeah, A plus B plus C can be written as A plus B. Using
A
triangle
plus
law can get the polygon law. First, add these two using triangle law. Okay, and get the sum 1, which is the vector. Then I can add the sum 1 to C using again triangle law to get the second sum is 2, which is A plus B plus C. Okay, so from this I can deduce the parallel polygon law with which I can state as join head and tail of the vectors one by one, and from the tail of the first vector to the head of the last vector.
Yeah.
That vector is the sum. Okay, here head of the first vector, tail of the first vector is this initial point I, and the head of the last vector is the final point. So if we join this initial point and the final point, I'll get the sum A plus B plus C. So if it forms a closed polygon, then the sum of the n vectors is 0.
Mm-hmm. So it's A vector plus B vector plus C vector, which A and B is S1.
Any other doubts?
Take it out. Just a minute. In position vector and displacement, from the
There are two vectors A and B from the tail of the first one to the head of the last one, join them. So for polygon law, we have, say, 5 vectors, or 4 here. Okay, join one to the next, where the head and tail touch each other. Okay, so from the tail of the first one to the head of the last one, join them. So suppose these 4 vectors form a closed polygon, then the sum is 0. So parallelogram law, the diagonal is between this A and B is the sum. The other diagonal is a difference, A minus B.
Okay, yeah.
So what you're asking?
In position vector and displacement, the acceleration part, the differentiation and integration part, and how do you find the direction, sir? In like vectors if they're given. An example, if like it's traveling east direction and it moves north, 5 meters per second north, then how do you find which direction it is moving from?
No, send me the question snap, or you want to send a
It's
snap of
like
the
in
question.
it's like that question we worked out, sir. That northeast question, 1/√2. That thing. How do you find out the direction?
No, starting from some initial point to the final point. Suppose the position vector of the initial point is say R1, and the position vector of the final point is say R2. So the displacement is the from the initial point to join the final point. So the displacement between the initial point and the final point is final position vector minus the initial position vector. So to get the velocity, you have to do d by dt of the displacement. How fast the displacement is changing. And acceleration is how fast the velocity is changing.
Okay, acceleration is d by dt of v vectors will they give? R vectors only mostly they will give resultant.
Yeah.
How do you find out the R? How do you link the R vector to v vector, sir?
R vector 2,
V vector.
that's what first you have to find the displacement, no?
So R is the displacement.
R is the position vector.
Okay.
You have to show the specific question, otherwise it's difficult to understand what you're asking.
Nothing more. Only motion in a plane mostly. We'll work out some questions, sir.
Okay, you want to try this one? This is actually Newton laws of motion. Okay, this one. Is a trivial question. What is the answer?
The highest point of the velocity in meter per seconds. The final velocity, okay. You equal to 60 degrees towards the highest point h max u square by 2g u
Go on,
cos
sir.
theta square. Just a minute, sir. U cos theta square. 10 by. I'm not sure if I'm getting it right, but I'm getting answer as.
What is Vy at point B?
Huh?
Vy at point B
Vy at point. U sin theta. V sin theta.
is the highest
Because it's
point,
project. Yeah, it's projected towards the horizontal direction now at the highest point.
not projected. It's continuing from here.
It's moving. It's moving in the horizontal direction.
Yeah. So what is Vy?
U, U sin theta.
That's the initial point.
Final V sin theta. V sin theta only, no, sir.
Vy at the point B is 0. Turning point, no.
Yeah.
And Vx
Okay,
is
so it's 0 at that point.
Vy. Vx is 20
Vy
cos.
0. V
Vx is same as Ux.
20 cos theta, which is equal to, okay, 100 by 20, which is 20 into 1 by 2, 10.
Yeah. So only Vx is there, which is 10. So option D.
Yeah. Okay, nice. Got it right.
This tension in the string is discussed, but it's actually Newton loss of motion problem.
Yeah, I can see.
That's all now.
Maximum range given.
Question number 1.
Yeah, horizontal range is given as 16. G is also given. Muscle velocity, which is initial velocity. We know that horizontal range is equal to Q into root over 2h by g. Square. 256 by 5 equals 5.1. 2, 5.12. Okay, sorry. 16 5, 2 into 10 to the power of 2, 20, 20. U is equal to 20. Wait, sir, if it's 16 kilometers, shouldn't it be 16,000?
Yeah, just make the 1000 as K. Okay, so then 60 into 10 raised to 4. 1000 is K, no?
Yeah. 4 into 10 to the power 400, yes.
This one, this is already you know. Question number 2. You know, right? What is the answer? Question number 2. Only the horizontal kind energy will be there, which is U by root 2. So U square by 2, it's half of E. So 2 is 3.
We'll do another one.
Done?
Yeah, it is 400 now. The first
No,
one.
no. Second question.
Okay, kinetic energy thing. Highest point, they're asking K at highest. Okay, K is equal to highest point of its plate is 90. E by 2. E by 2.
Yeah, because the topmost point only E by root 2 will be there in the horizontal direction. So that will become U square by 2. Okay, so option 3. Next one, third question. This is a good question. You have to know the formula for R and H. Formula for R, H you remember. R is U square by G sine 2 theta. Formula for H is U sine theta square, right? By G, is that correct? Yeah, H you can get from V square equal to U square plus 2 in the vertical direction. Okay, Vy is 0, Uy is U sine theta by 2G. Now 2 is missing. Is that clear?
Yeah.
formula for range and height. So here is given R is 3 times H. Get the answer.
53 sin theta is, if we see 53
R.
degrees.
R is 3H. So U square will cancel. G will cancel. So sine 2 theta equal to sine theta square by 2. So 2 more cos theta equal to sine theta. This is 2 sine theta cos theta, no? Oh, I missed 3. So 3 by 4. 4 by 3. Theta is 4 by 3. So this angle is 53. Got it? 53.
Yeah, 53 is the answer.
Next
Already
one.
got it. T1 and T2 times of light. T1, T2
So sine 2 theta 1 equal to sine 2 theta 2. That means
is equal to same range, right? They have given both the times of light can have the same range. So that directly proportional to the range, right?
no.
No, they're directly proportional to the R square. Since they both have the same range.
R1 equal to R2. That means sine 2 theta 1 equal to sine 2 theta 2 because U is same. Only variable is theta. So that means 2 theta 1 equal to pi minus 2 theta 2. Because sine theta is same as sine 2 pi minus this thing. So theta 1 plus theta 2 is 90 degrees. Okay. And flight time is v equal to u plus 8 in the vertical direction. So 0 equal to u sine theta minus g t by 2. So flight time is 2 u sine theta by g. Okay. So t1 sine theta 1 and then t2 is sine theta 2 which is same as cos theta 1. So if I multiply these two, I'll get range because range is nothing but sine theta cos theta. Okay, if I multiply t1, t2, I'll get 2u square by g square sine 2 theta 1.
Yeah.
Range formula is u square by g.
Yeah. Okay. Sir. We can do. Yeah.
So 2 by g factor is there. 2 by g factor into range. Proportion, no. It's fine. So T1, T2 is,
So T1 T2 is directly proportional to R square.
yeah. So T1, T2 is u
Because
by
since
g.
both of them can have the same range for two angles of projection, then R will get automatically squared because R into R.
How will it get automatically squared?
So like
How to prove it?
if T1 is equal to is directly proportional to R, then T2 is also directly proportional to R. Then T1 into T2 is all you see directly proportional to R square. R into R, which is R square.
T1 is not proportional to R. T1 is proportional to u sine theta 1 by g.
Okay. Okay. U sin theta 1 and u cos theta 1. If we join both of them, then we'll get 2u square g square by sin square theta. Sin 2 theta 1, which makes both of them
So option 1.
okay. Yeah, option 1 r square.
More than option 2.
How's the
No,
option
sorry.
2?
It's not a range square. No, it's just a range. This is one range. No.
Yeah.
One u by g will take out. So second 2u by g into sine. No. U square out. I cannot take u square out. Just 1 by g. R into 1 by g. Range is u square by g sine 2 theta. So u square by g sine 2 theta is here. So 2 by g is remaining. So 2 will come here.
Yeah.
So T1, T2 is 2 by g into R, which is same as proportional to R.
Okay. Yes, sir.
This
More questions?
is based on the previous question. They're complementary angles, no? So if ranges are same of two angles, then they're complementary angles. I guess theta 1 plus theta 2 should be 90. Okay, so you can use this result for the next question. The angles are 30 and 60 and 30. So they're complementary angles. So range will be same. What will remain same? Range. Correct? No?
Yeah.
If everything is same except for the angle and the angles are complementary, then the range will be same. So 5 is 2.
So just a minute, sir. I'll fill water and be back.
Mm. 5 is 2.
Sir, I am back. You can continue.
Next question.
Uppermost point of angle of 90 degrees. Uppermost point of projectile they're asking.
Velocity is horizontal, acceleration is vertical. So 6 is 2.
Access to uppermost point of projectile. Acceleration goes downwards, so it's 90 degrees. Velocity will also be in right direction, 90 degrees for both of them.
Yeah. So option 2.
Yeah, option 2.
Seventh one.
Seventh one, option 1. Again, 7 plus option 1. Why? Sir, it's frozen. Okay, it's moving now.
How will you get the answer? Force is given. From that I can find out what.
Oh no, this thing. Sixth one was at option 2.
Sixth one is over. Seventh one.
Okay. Then they have given differentiation we have to do.
You have to find V, right?
Yeah, force equal to ma. M into a, which is equal to m into v by t. T equal to 3 seconds.
First get the acceleration. Force by mass. Once you know the acceleration, how do you find velocity?
M into v by t equal to force. What is the mass again, sir? 3 kgs, right? Yeah, 3 kg mass.
Acceleration is force by mass by Newton's second law. So that is 2t square